Welcome to Morning Money. I'm Mark Manella.
Stephen Balance.
And we're glad you're with us today. We added a new feature to our show for you. For everyone who watches the show, you can now participate by texting us questions. And you can text those questions at 314-384-8438. It's 314
384-8438.
And we'll get the text right here and we'll read your questions. And with that said, we're going to move pretty quickly because we got somebody on hold we want you to meet. And that's our friend Dave Hart from Evaluator Services. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Glad you're with us. And we're having a little difficulties here, so give us a second to clean this up. The PowerPoint seems to be overriding. Let's kill that.
We've got some PowerPoint issues, so give us a quick second.
And we'll be right
there. We go.
All right. Dave Hart is with Evaluator Services. Evaluator Services is a service that More Than Money Ministries has selected, designated, approved. I don't know what the best word for, but has decided is the number one screening program for Christians regarding their investments.
Yeah.
There are others, and some of them are pretty good in the way they look at one thing or another, and some of them are pretty good with the way you get at the information. But the Evaluator Service is the deepest, the widest, the most in-depth coverage of investments, stocks, mutual funds, bonds, ETFs, of any screening service, and it is the leader, or I would say the moral leader, because it covers things that others don't even cover, such as what does the corporation do with their profits, such as their gifting. Do they gift to organizations that are in conflict with your Christian values? So we wanted to have David on to talk about Evaluator Services, since they are the designated screening service through More Than Money Ministries. Yeah. And David, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Now, Evaluator Services, was it the first screening service for Christian investments?
It really was. We started in 1995, and prior to Evaluator, there were people talking about moral screening, but there was no way to show them moral screening. And we gave them a way to show what moral screening was about.
And primarily back then, though, the screening service was for investment professionals because it was expensive. You know, the average person doesn't want to pay for a year-long subscription like this. But now, since it's gone web-based and you don't have to get CDs in the mail and you don't have to update your computer and do all these crazy things, people can just log on, and you actually have a free service for the public.
That pre-service, we're still in the act of putting all that up. We do have one, which is screenitcleanit.com.
Screenitcleanit.com. And and also More Than Money Ministries will screen their portfolios for free also. So that's another thing they can do. And by the way, that's using Evaluator Services, just like at Integrity Investors, where we will screen portfolios for free for our clients, because we have a subscription with Evaluator Services. David, outside of, generally those who watch this program are Christians, occasionally they're not, but when it comes to screening, explain what that means, screening investments.
Well, we're looking at activity that's taking place in those 8 screens of abortion, pornography, anti-family, the non-married lifestyle, alcohol, tobacco, and gambling. And if there's activity in those areas, we're showing what the companies are doing in those areas.
So what you
and that breaks down into almost 66 screens underneath of that.
Wow. So effectively what you're doing is you're evaluating a company and what they do, what they promote, what they produce, what they serve as a corporation, and how that aligns or doesn't with Christian values.
Right.
Okay.
And where these agendas are getting their money is to open up a offices all over the country. They're able to put up billboards on the side of the highway. They're able to hire a lobbyist, send them to Washington. They're supporting candidates.
So one of those sub-screens then would be how they use their advertising dollars. For example, the Bible does not say we're not supposed to drink alcohol. It just says all things in moderation. But Evaluator screens for alcohol because generally alcohol companies will advertise and support programming that is anti-Christian, anti-family, that promotes immoral lifestyle. So you screen for their advertisement dollars too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, that's pretty in-depth. Advertising dollar, gifting dollars, along with the products and services they make. So they may not be an outright evil company. They might even be doing something great like, I don't know, I know a baby food company at one time that was on the screening list for screening out so so people would know not to invest in that company or have the knowledge to know if they do, they're actually supporting abortion because that baby food company was giving to Planned Parenthood. So by understanding...
It's hard to imagine why somebody would kill their own customers, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just stupid, as Randy Alcorn says, it's just stupid that people would do such things. It's not just biblically wrong, it's just stupid is what he said. But why, if somebody's not a Christian, if somebody's not a Bible believer, why would they be interested in a screening service? Would anybody be interested in the Evaluator Services and what they produce if they weren't a Christian?
Why would you not be concerned about where we're going morally if you were a veteran, if you're a moral person, if you were concerned about where we're going in this country? 60% of atheists think that we're headed in the wrong direction. At least we found something that we agree on with them.
Yeah. So there are some people, conservatives in general, that might be interested in finding out some of these values that the companies are either embracing or rejecting or supporting the enemy with.
Correct.
Okay. Well, let's narrow this back into Christians a little bit. You know me, David. We've known each other for a long, long time, since the beginning of the biblical responsible investment movement. We've been working together through that. So I've always screened and always cared about ever since we've been able to. But every now and then in my investment practice at Integrity Investors, I have somebody come in and say, my investment advisor does this. And when I ask them about which screening service they have, they say they don't. And I ask them about what kind of screening they do, and they say they don't. Why wouldn't someone who holds himself out as a Christian and as a financial advisor have a screening service like yours?
That's a great question because I sure don't know the answer. I've been looking at that for a long time.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry about that.
I think most people just assume that if you're a Christian and your broker is a Christian, they just assume that you would do that.
Yeah. But unfortunately they don't. And those that do come in that say they have a Christian financial advisor and we screen their portfolio, they're in things that they never knew. And that's normally the response. They say things like, I just never knew. He told me this was clean. What's the number one fund that says they're a clean fund that we hear about all the time? Washington Mutual, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that fund comes up a lot. And because the fund says, because they avoid gambling, I think it is, and something else. So they avoid a couple of things, but they don't avoid abortion or pornography or things like that. So I guess if there's a financial advisor watching us today, how would they get the screening service?
Well, they can get the screen. Of course, they can go on our website and they can actually look at us for free.
Just sign up right on the screen site.
And we even allow one screen, I think, down at the bottom that allows them to do one.
And since this is more than money, if they let you know they're coming through more than money, I think you got a discount for them, don't you?
There you go.
There you go. So you might want to look into that, either a discount or a free trial or something. I remember we talked about it. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure you'll let them know about it when they call in. Do you have a phone number for them?
I do. 888-469-3863.
You almost did it without looking. I love you, David. I appreciate you being here with us today and letting our listeners know that there is a way to make sure, or at least as humanly possible, that your investments are in alignment with your biblical beliefs, your morals, and your desire to honor God. And that's by finding a financial advisor who uses something like Evaluator Services to screen your investments, or going out to what was that site again for the screening? The
ScreenItCleanIt.com.
ScreenItCleanIt.com, or go out to morethanmoneyministries.com. You can screen it there, or to Integrity Investors. Any one of those would
probably going to get a little more explanation by going to your website.
Because you do the top level for free, right? Yeah, we'll give them a full report, but that's okay. Top level is good enough. If you know it's dirty, stay away from it. David, thank you so much for being here. David Hart with EvaluatorServices.com. Go out there, check it out, and check out your investments.
Yeah.
And with that said, David, a lot of our watchers really do understand that life is
so much more
than money. God bless everyone.